I call on Jackie Bailey, who is joining us remotely. Ms Bailey.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the Scottish Government what its position is on whether the Scottish COVID-19 inquiry might be delayed due to the resignation of Mayor and Senior Counsel.
Deputy First Minister John Swinney.
Presiding Officer, the Scottish Government wants the inquiry to be delivered at speed, addressing the range of questions that people have, particularly the bereaved, so that we can learn and benefit from lessons as early as possible. This is why arrangements for appointing a new judicial chair for the inquiry have been taken forward urgently to ensure a successful transition. The Scottish Government remains committed to the vital work of the inquiry, as is the independent inquiry team, and Lady Poole will continue as chair during a notice period of up to 3 months. A further update will be provided to Parliament at the earliest possible opportunity.
Jackie Bailey.
I thank the Deputy First Minister for his response, but I am curious as to why he never mentioned the resignation of 4 senior and junior counsel when he hosted a cross-party briefing meeting on Monday. Not a word passed his lips. This is a material consideration which should have been disclosed, and I regret the lack of transparency from the government on such an important issue. Some more cynical than I might say that there's a pattern of secrecy here with the government, and I hope that this doesn't spill over into the inquiry itself. The Scottish Government seconds senior staff from the civil service to work in the inquiry, so there is no excuse for not knowing what was going on. When was the Scottish Government told about the concerns and problems that preceded these resignations?
Deputy First Minister.
Okay. The first point I want to make is that the Inquiries Act requires that the inquiry is independent of the government. That is the law, and I must obey the law, and I am following the law. Under the 2005 Inquiries Act, ministers have the power to establish an independent public inquiry, to set its terms of reference, and to appoint a chair and a panel. Section 17 of the Inquiries Act 2005 gives an inquiry chair alone, rather than ministers, responsibility for deciding how an inquiry should operate. This includes its approach to taking evidence and engaging with its stakeholders. So that is the legal position that I must follow. Now, I considered carefully what I should share with members of Parliament when I telephoned them on Monday evening to share the information, because I was mindful of my legal obligation to respect the independence of the inquiry. And the staffing matters of the inquiry are exclusively a matter for the chair of the inquiry. So, at no stage have I tried to conceal information. I've simply respected the legal framework under which I must operate. In relation to the sequence of events, Lady Poole emailed my office on Friday morning. I spoke to her within minutes of the email being received, and Lady Poole intimated to me her decision to step down for personal reasons. In the course of that call, she indicated to me that 4 members of Council had resigned the previous day from the inquiry. That was news to me, as were the circumstances that led to Lady Poole's resignation when I heard that on Friday morning.